BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
Made by BBC Sport for BBC Sounds. The Sports Desk.
I'm Sarah Mulcairns.
I'm Dan Rowan.
And I'm Nesta McGregor.
And we present The Sports Desk, the weekly podcast that explores the biggest news stories in sport and the human issues behind them. So far, we have covered the future of sport in Afghanistan and super shoes in athletics.
An Olympics like no other, recorded on location in Tokyo, and COVID vaccine hesitancy among sports stars.
The secrets of the age-defying athlete, Tom Brady and Cristiano Ronaldo, and we asked, did Simone Biles change the game on mental health?
That is The Sports Desk on BBC Sounds. Hit subscribe and a new episode will appear every Friday.
The Sports Desk from BBC Sport.
Available now on BBC Sounds.
Now, back to your podcast.
Series 5 of Match of the Day Top 10. You know the drill by now. You might hear a bit of bad language every now and then. The good news is we've now got a swear jar, which means Alan Shearer might be able to fund a night out with Micah by the end of the series. Thanks for listening. Hola, bon dia, bienvenido. It might be a trio of Englishmen on Match of the Day Top 10, but this time we're heading to South America. Yes, this is the episode of the greatest South Americans in Premier League history with Micah and Alan. And chaps, some of your favourites are on the list. We've had some cracking players from South America over the years, haven't we?
Unbelievable players.
Yes.
They do produce.
They took the Premier League, some of them.
It's crazy though, because some of them are lots of skillful, but there's likes of, Zabaleta, who was just hard-working warrior, wasn't he? So you get not all flair, you get a bit of graft as well.
Yeah, well, they're tough, uncompromising. They've always produced some of the great sides. If you look at World Cups, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay had fabulous success, although not for a long time. It's quite a long time now, isn't it? Since 2004, the last win by a South American in the World Cup. And all their best players now come to Europe, don't they?
Well, that's how I would see a typical South American player. Forget them being as skillful as they are, Brazil or whatever. It's like how tough they are, how tough a lot of these guys have been.
Tough upbringing, a lot of them.
I think that's what
someone like Maradona,
it is,
we've seen them, they're coming from tough backgrounds, Messi too.
That's why I think it is, and it's why a lot of them have been so successful in our league.
So let's get to our list, because it's very impressive. Here is the top 10 of Premier League's finest South Americans, in no particular order. 184 goals in 275 appearances, and a big favourite of Micah, Sergio Agüero. I think he'll be pretty high on his list. 3 stints at Middlesbrough. It's the little genius Juninho. Former teammate of Alan's at Newcastle, Faustino Asprilla. Now in his 9th season at Manchester City, it's Fernandinho. A then record 28 million move saw Juan Sebastián Verón arrive at Manchester United. He also went on to play for Chelsea, of course. An Arsenal invincible, Gilberto Silva. Chelsea's first South American superstar, Gus Poyet. The Argentinian who went from United to City, Carlos Tevez. Sensational at Arsenal and not quite so good at Manchester United, Alexis Sanchez. And finally, the Liverpool goal machine, Luis Suárez. So 3 Brazilians, 3 Argentinians, 2 Uruguayans, a Colombian and a Chilean make up our top 10. Have we missed any?
I think Zabaleta maybe could have been on there.
Zabaleta.
Maybe Zabaleta. Obviously, he's not got the flair of some of these players, but in terms of hard work, dedication, come as a midfielder, ended up taking my spot. He
wouldn't have been at 10 in your list anyway.
Thank God he's not on the list.
He's happy.
Precisely that reason.
But yeah, on a more serious note, he was a top player.
Yeah.
He could play anywhere, very versatile.
Any omissions, Alan? Think of?
Not
obvious ones.
Not obvious ones that would get into this list. No.
Therefore, let's get cracking. Alan.
I've gone Asprilla 10.
Ooh, right, okay.
Verón 9.
Verón, yep.
Alexis Sanchez 8.
Sanchez.
Juninho 7. And Gus Poyet 6.
Ooh, same, but just
Same
different.
5.
Same 5, but
Really?
a little bit different. I've gone Verón number 10.
Yep.
Asprilla number 9. Poyet number 8. Sanchez number 7.
Let me guess.
And
Juninho.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's good. That makes it easier when
Easier, yes.
we come to working
He's finally come to his senses.
things
hasn't he?
out. Now,
Got to
obviously,
give my mate Nobby Solano a mention.
yes. He was a character, wasn't he?
He was a brilliant character, and he was a very clever, technically gifted, and he mixed in the dressing room superbly well. And he just took to Newcastle incredibly well.
Get the accent.
Mixed in with everyone, and everyone loved him.
Did the two South Americans that were at Newcastle, the one Solano and Asprilla, did they both speak English?
Nobby was perfect.
Was he? Did he have a Geordie accent?
He could try a little Geordie accent. The more alcohol he drank, then the more he tried it. He was just a brilliant lad. Tino played dumb, as if he couldn't speak it.
Yeah.
But he could certainly understand it. Right. And that he used that a lot of the times when he was
With
late.
the managers and
With the
stuff.
managers when he was late.
Did he? I mean, you've told us 1 or 2 stories about Asprilla over the years. He was-
I mean, I think everyone will probably remember the day he arrived, didn't he, in that big, long fur coat, because it was snowing. Can you imagine?
Well, at least it wasn't sunny.
Yeah, I remember Terry Mack standing there. I wasn't sure whether it was a snow in Terry Mack's hair or whether it was just going grey. He was with him at the top of the stairs, and he never. I think Kevin bought him as the final piece of the jigsaw to try and win the Premier League from Christmas onwards, but it never really worked out.
He bought in mid-season, was he?
Yeah, I think he was bought in the January.
So why was he loved so much then?
Because of his character, they just loved a bit of flair. They loved someone who was not scared to try anything, and he was a laugher and a joke. And the lads loved him in the dressing room because of his character. But it didn't quite work out how.
Did you get on
Kevin
with him?
wanted. Yeah, he was a great lad. Yeah. As I said, he was late. He was.
When you say how
Do you know what it is? You just could not like him because of his attitude, because of his. He just played dumb. He wasn't dumb. He just played dumb, and he got away with murder. Honestly, he got away with murder. Whether he was out on a Thursday night or a Friday night when he shouldn't have been.
What did Kevin say about him?
Kevin just wanted him to go out and play his normal game. And
what was his normal game? What was his normal game, man? On a serious question, what was his strengths and his weaknesses?
He was brilliant at running at players. His touch, close control, technique. He had this sort of long, sort of arms everywhere and legs everywhere. But he was very, very talented. Technique, as I said, was superb. Scored the odd spectacular goal. Probably not enough with his ability. And that's the one thing I would say in terms of why he probably didn't mean enough to him, or he should have done better than he did.
Is that why he's at 10? Because it didn't quite.
Yeah, well, when you look at the rest of the players that they've gone on, some of them to score serious amounts of goals or do what they do in the trophies that they've won. That's why I put Asprilla at number 10.
Who was his competition as well? It was you, Asprilla. Was Ferdinand there as well?
Les was there. Peter Beardsley was there. Obviously, David Ginola, Keith Gillespie.
Who was generally left out of that? Not you, obviously.
It was mixed around, wasn't it? I mean, Kevin.
I suppose Beardsley was very much towards
the end of his career, but still had a lot to offer.
That's a hell of a forward.
That's class, isn't it? Class.
That was Kevin, wasn't it? It was like that's the way he just wanted to go out.
Never
and
play all of you, because he was very gung ho, wasn't he?
He would have definitely played myself, Les, Peter, David Ginola, and Keith Gillespie, because he might have found a place for Peter in the midfield, but in terms of not all of us in there, no. Now you know why Newcastle never won the league.
He was class. I was watching a thing on BBC the other day, and he was talking about when he got sold, Keith Gillespie,
right? Yeah.
And he got sold to Newcastle after like 7 or 8 games or something like that. I didn't know that. He was supposed to be the one, and then he got sold for £1 million within the deal for Andy Cole to go the other way.
That's right.
That is. I would have loved to see him at United for a while, see how well he could have done, because obviously Bex was there and took his place, didn't he?
All those youngsters
That's
wanted
some good
coming through at the
strikers in
same
that
time.
area, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. You must have been so pleased to get in the top 4 strikers there. So pleased. Veron. Micah.
Yeah,
10th.
Verón. I just remember him being a bit of a flash in the pan. He had beautiful... Before he came to Man United, you expecting big things, wouldn't you?
Didn't quite live up to the
Yes.
potential that people thought, did he?
I think he's
you
like
saw some
Pogba.
games,
He's
though.
like Pogba, isn't he? Pogba's obviously stayed longer. But when you watch Pogba, you want him to do something brilliant every time. The same with Verón as well. You wanted him to just, I don't know, score a 40-yard goal or do a 60-yard pass. And I think it was just a little bit fast for him, the tempo. He wanted to slow it down a little bit.
I definitely agree with the Pogba comparison. I think everyone looked at Verón and thought, wow, what a player.
28 million.
28 million, which is a lot of money then. And everyone was expecting that of him every week. And I think he didn't obviously deliver that every
Not quite
week.
at Chelsea either. Really.
No.
Ability-wise, it was in there, but I just think, come on.
Fabulous player.
Yeah, it was
But why,
very-
this is what I don't understand, and people always ask me as well, why does it not happen? You've got all that ability. He worked hard, didn't he?
On
He's
his
known
day-
for...
And people say, well, on his day. But when
On
you
his
say
day, exactly.
yeah.
But what is consistency? But
It's because it's not an easy game, I think. It's not, it's tough. They're great players. Perhaps English football's
Yeah.
it's different to football played in a lot of other countries around the world. Certainly different to how football's played in South America. It's different how football's played in Spain and Italy as well, isn't it? I mean, it's breakneck pace, even to this day now. And it seems strange that it is, and it still is, despite the fact that there are so many foreign players in that game. You would think, actually, that would shift it perhaps to play a more continental, slower build-up style. And it has changed to a degree in the modern day a little bit, hasn't it, with people like Pep, but it's still high octane stuff, isn't it?
I've never understood that. You know, with someone with so much ability, because his ability was off the scale, wasn't it? Brilliant. So you'd think he would just...
going to a new club doesn't happen. Maybe start trying to settle into a different culture, different way of life, different language. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one thing I never really wondered. You know, you got the ones who don't work hard, obviously.
Yeah.
If you don't work hard, then you know. But by all accounts, he worked really hard and was a good lad, and it just didn't work out.
No. Similar thing could be said, certainly not at Arsenal, but you both got him in there. But he was brilliant at Arsenal, wasn't he? And then he went to maybe he was played out by then, because he played so much football, didn't he? From so young, and he was...
Yeah, but he became a laughing stock at Man United,
which was a
didn't
shame,
he?
really, because he was such a top player.
He was a top player.
He was so good at Arsenal over such a long period.
Am I right in saying that he was about to go to City?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
it.
that was
was exactly it.
It was
yeah.
a very similar thing, not obviously a different player, but with what's happened with Ronaldo recently, wasn't it? Everyone thought he was going to City, then he suddenly, yes, he's definitely done with City, and no, Manchester United sneaked in and nicked him, but it didn't really work for Manchester
Didn't
United.
they bulk at the salary or something like that? I think I remember seeing about.
Let's talk about the Sanchez of Arsenal, though.
Oh, he was. I mean, the work rate was first and foremost, because I don't like praising players for work rate, but his was outstanding, and every single game he seemed to be at it, and you never got a moment's peace if you were an
Perhaps
opposition
he was burnt
player.
out by the time he got to Manchester.
Possibly, yeah.
What do you think his best position was? Because don't forget, when he was in Italy, he was out and out winger.
Well, when he played for Barcelona, he played a lot of it basically on the right-hand side, wasn't he, most of the time, or even the left. He'd play either side, but he very rarely played through the middle. At Barcelona, but he could play in any of those.
He was quality.
Yeah,
he was just like you said, he worked hard. Mind me a little bit of Tevez, the way they work hard, but they've also got that skill and creativity. He was a go-to man. He was sad when he went to Man United, because I thought that was going to be a great move for him. I really did. I thought he would then kick on, sort of like when Van Persie went to Man U and then he goes and wins the league. But
we thought that as well. Were you there in the FA Cup game in his debut when he came on when he played in that? Where was it?
Down south
Exeter way,
somewhere.
was it Yeovil? That's
Yeah,
where
we
it
were
was.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man of the match, I think.
Yeah, he was. Great player. Didn't quite happen for him at Manchester United. It's weird, isn't it, how you can be so good at one club and then not quite happen at another club.
It must just be system. It must be pressure.
Right. Juninho. We've talked about Juninho recently,
many
didn't
times, haven't
we?
we?
As one of the great all-time imports into our league.
Well, he was
Three goes at
backwards and
Middlesbrough.
forwards, wasn't he? 3 times, to Middlesbrough. I don't quite see the attraction of Middlesbrough, but there you go.
Maybe you can understand the fact that he had to leave Middlesbrough a couple of occasions.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah. What a little genius as a player, wasn't he? And he did, because we've talking about how physical it can be in our league, but for a little skinny kid, he looked like, didn't he, when he first came? For him to do as well as he did, bounce off some of the tackles, tells you what a very, very good player he was.
Yeah,
Class.
he was.
And he did look like this skinny little kid, didn't he? He looked about 14 when he first arrived. The kit looked huge for him.
Yeah, I remember the red
He got
kit.
his skinny little legs, but the skill of him was just unbelievable.
Wonder how he ended up at Middlesbrough 3 times.
No?
Yeah. Obviously, after the first time, he knows that he's probably comfortable. He was loved by the fans, wasn't he? Quite rightly so. I'm pretty
You
sure
get a big, large insurance
I
payment.
played against him for England when we played Brazil, but I might be wrong.
Right.
I might be wrong. Poyet, Gus Poyet.
Always scored against Newcastle.
Did he?
Chelsea, Spurs, always is the one thing that could guarantee that he would score against Newcastle.
Yeah.
He was a brilliant player. Timed his runs into the box to perfection. And the number of goals that I used to sit there thinking, wow, how
It was
does
one
he
of those
do
midfield goal scorers. It was like a Platt or a Lampard, those kind of players that come deep and score a lot of goals from midfield.
I remember watching a couple of his games, but he didn't really interest me that much. No, but it wasn't a disrespectful thing. But some players you want to watch.
Yeah.
And because, like you said, he was more deep line running into the box, I didn't find that. He wanted someone, who was a bit jinky, like the Juninhos. That's who you'd want to watch rather than a Poyet. But it's only now you understand how good a player.
Because he just basically was just a goal scorer. And
Yeah, but I mean...
So what's wrong with that?
We want someone who's going to do a bit of tricks and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? We don't want just goal scorers. It's boring, isn't
Let the
it?
ball do the work.
No. I prefer someone who's going to create. David Silva sort of player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Didn't create that much.
Exactly. You're putting yourself down here. Don't do that.
Oh, made a career out of it.
He's not really nice, lovely guy, Gus Poyet. I don't know.
Yeah, really nice
A couple of
guy.
occasions. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with him once.
Good. Yeah. Did you
for
tell him
another
that-
broadcaster.
Did you say to him, listen, Gus, you weren't my sort of player. I didn't really rate you very much.
You know what it was? This is why. I know why it's come back to me now. Because he was supposed to take me to Sunderland when
When he was manager?
he was the manager there. And
That's why I didn't like
I
him.
remembered it. Someone was niggling me, and I just remembered now.
And why didn't he tell you?
And I spoke to him, and he goes, "What's the matter? Why you not playing? Why do you want to come to us?" And he said something like, "Oh, your forms, he's not good enough. The owners want to buy you, but if I'm being honest, I don't want to buy you."
Well, that's honesty. That's so rare in this game.
I know, but it was disrespectful. So I was like, so I got off the phone. I was like, did you just say that to me?
Is that what he said?
I'm not lying at all.
He was right, though, wasn't he?
He was right.
I know the real reason. Because Sunderland couldn't afford the £1 million bonus.
Well, that's probably what it was, yeah.
I think Alan might say you did well not to go to Sunderland.
I did,
Weren't you,
yeah.
Alan?
I did.
Your Newcastle
I'm
remember.
not
bias.
sure whether you did well or Gus got away with one.
It was
not signing him.
Congleton, wasn't it? It was in charge. He was
Who?
Lee Congleton. He was in charge of the transfers at Sunderland at the time. And that's what it is. That's where it all
Had you
came.
spoken to him and half done the deal then?
It was pretty much done. Pretty much
Where
done.
were you at the time?
I was at. It was a time. It was twice I could have gone.
Villa?
I was at Villa, yeah.
Oh, you dodged a bullet there,
Oh,
didn't you? Not
my
going to
God.
Sunderland.
I still got relegated to Villa, though, didn't we? So
All right, yeah.
yeah,
It was right then.
Yeah, it was shambles. Shambles.
Right, top 5, chaps. Micah.
I've gone with Gilberto Silva,
Yep, good player.
top player.
Yeah, next one.
Then I've gone Fernandinho. Just longevity.
I thought he might be higher for you. Go on,
No,
3.
Tevez.
Tevez. It's a line of City players coming here. Except
Suarez.
for this one.
Yes.
Controversial.
I know,
yeah,
Suarez,
okay.
but number one, obviously, Agüero.
I think you'll both have the top two, but I don't know, and we'll find out now.
No. Different, yeah.
Oh.
I've gone Silva,
Silva.
5.
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
I've gone Carlos Tevez, 4.
Ooh.
I've gone Luis Suarez, 3.
Oh, 3 low. Best player Stevie Gerrard ever played with, he says.
Yeah.
Right, 2.
Fernandinho, 2,
Yeah.
because of what Micah said.
Yeah.
And Agüero, number 1.
Well, you both agree on Agüero. I'm not surprised. at
Guaranteed,
all.
wasn't it?
I would have agreed with that anyway if someone had gone elsewhere. Let's talk. Well, Gilberto Silva in 5, part of the Invincibles, of course.
Exactly that, but no one ever remembers Gilberto Silva, apart from...
I think Arsenal fans do.
But
I do.
We talk, all right, okay, on Invincibles, you remember, what was it? Sol Campbell. Then you go Thierry Henry. Then you go Vieira. But no one really talks about Gilberto Silva. Petit.
Gilberto Silva. Gilberto Silva.
He's never talked about Gilberto Silva.
He's about to be talked
but
about now.
He's talk about just nullifying threat, just doing that and playing this simple ball. I didn't, to be honest, like him when he used to go on his little try that mazy runs and all that. I didn't like that. Stay in the opposition.
Hang on a minute. A minute ago, you've just said you don't like Poyet because he doesn't go on mazy little runs.
But
and now you're saying... now you're saying you don't like Gilberto Silva when he goes on his mazy little runs.
That's not his job in the team. Don't forget I was an Arsenal fan, so I know, stay there, keep
And
it
Villa.
ticking over.
And Leeds.
Newcastle.
I know you've had different clubs at different stages, but
City.
were you an Arsenal fan when during the Invincible period?
Yes, of course I was. So
course you were.
They were doing well,
Of
weren't
course
they?
I was.
Yeah.
I started as Arsenal, and he was the missing piece, just ticking over. He's like the Gareth Barry in the year Man City won the league. No one talks about him. Everyone talks about his Silvers and yes, exactly that.
I think he had a bit of a nasty streak in him
yes,
as well. He did, didn't he?
He could leave on the deck.
Yeah.
So you've got, what did you rate?
Gilberto Silva was he was a fantastic player. He just kept everything ticking along, moving along, and could do pretty much everything in that midfield. I mean, it's again the technique which you have to have, and he was solid. He was hard. He was reliable. I think he was an 8 or a 9 out of 10 most weeks.
Tevez.
Oh,
4 and 3, respectively. Argentinian, West Ham, United, City.
he was a better. All-round game, he was better than Agüero. All-round game. I think I've said it many times. I might have said that to you.
You've seen them both.
All-round. His touch and his tech.
Yeah.
He came to Man City. Better finisher.
Quintessential goal scorer.
Okay, so he's the Tevez and you're the Agüero then.
No, he's not Tevez.
No, because you said he's better at scoring. He's
Long
all-round
range.
game.
No, long
he's
range
better.
goals, long range. Yeah, I'd
And
say
your
it's
goal,
better.
you go. Yeah?
Yeah, fair enough.
Tevez, honestly, in training, he used to do things with the ball never seen before.
We're happy with that, aren't we? Comparing.
No, I'm just saying. I'd be more than happy to be compared.
He was
with
lazy in
those
training,
two.
though, Tevez.
So was I, yeah.
He was
No,
just
that's
like
the other way around,
lazy. But in the game, don't forget, when he come from Man United, he then transformed us to go on and challenge for things. So, like, Agüero...
When you say he was lazy in training, in what way?
Not lazy. He was just laid back.
Yeah.
He's not doing none of the running stuff. He's always for the ball, technical. So in five-a-side, you want him because he'll score, but then if you have to stay with your man, when you do five-a-side, you got to stay with your man, then he's not chasing
How was
back.
that viewed upon in terms of the teammates, the manager? Because for me, it wouldn't... Because so long as someone goes out and produces on a Saturday, which very rarely did.
His stats on the weekend were the best in terms of running.
Exactly.
He just downplays it during the week.
I can understand that. I can relate to that because I was a bit the same because I didn't like five-a-side. I didn't know what I was getting out of it. And that was he may be in the same thing because you got little goals. So when you're finishing, it's not how the real game is.
Oh, I loved five-a-sides.
Lots of players do, but I just thought, what am I getting out of this? If you're going to do running, I didn't mind doing the hard, I wanted to be fit. I didn't mind that. I just wanted, and it took me, I think, until I was like 28, 29, probably, to have the courage to go to the coach and just say, do you mind if I skip this and go and just do a load of finishing because I'll get a lot more out of it? And can I have a sack of balls and a couple of goalkeepers?
And then they say yeah?
Towards the end of my career, when Terry Venables started to allow me to do that, when I went back to Tottenham, that's when I felt much better for that. because I just think, what's the point of five-a-side training? And it was nearly all the time. It was every day. It was like an hour of five-a-side, just saying. And I just, yeah, and
they were
get
great
exasperated.
fun. They were great fun.
It was a bit of fun, but
I hated the running, as you know. I hated running.
I hate running, but I actually thought I'm getting something out of it. I'm getting a fitness or something.
Yeah.
But five-a-sides? Anyway, sorry, that's enough about me. What do you think about me? Old joke, that one. Yeah, but yeah, Tevez he was
Sublime.
Yeah, had an attitude as well, didn't he? Hard working. He was at it, wasn't he? And yeah, goals.
What was that like? The fact that he came from Manchester United, Manchester City. Were you there at the time?
Yes,
it was like whoa.
He had that thing as well, you know, when we had the league. I think we talked about it before. We won that RIP Fergie and all that, which was a bit disrespectful. He didn't need to go that. He needed to go that low.
That was the sign, wasn't it?
It was a sign.
Welcome to Manchester or something like that, wasn't it?
Yes. When he come from Man United, obviously he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to, so we accepted him with open arms, and he was a missing piece to our. To winning. Obviously, had the Agüero when he come, he was the goals and stuff. But like Tevez put us on the map to be better, and people started taking.
Think he made that big a difference?
Definitely. And I remember like when on the way up, because don't forget, Tevez came 10 season, but Sergio came the year we won the league, and Tevez just propelled us onto a different level in terms of where we played and everything. But Agüero always gets the credit. But Tevez was the one who started it.
What was he like?
He didn't speak to anyone. He come in a big Escalade, about 7 of his family at training, and he just like another one.
His family to training.
Like he had his boys. He had like five of his boys who lived with him, and then sometimes he'd come with his
boys, like mates.
Mates, with his mates, and then they'd come watch training. He'd have lunch and then go home. Didn't really interact with nobody. But it was nice. He could speak English. I think he was pretending like a Sprilla as well. Pretending. He could speak English.
So he didn't
do no interviews.
Any mates with any of the players? Or was
his only two.
Micah.
Oh yeah, it was just me. Everyone loved me now, don't they? You know what I mean?
You don't get the hint.
But then obviously Pablo Zabaleta was there, wasn't he? So who spoke?
Yeah. So they
Spanish.
kind of stuck together in that
together a little bit.
Little...
And then when Agüero came, and then after that,
was he mates with Agüero?
Yeah, they was good mates together.
Yeah,
they was good mates together. But yeah, Tevez was the one.
Yeah, fantastic player. Fernandinho. Got to ask you about Fernandinho first. Did you overlap?
Yeah, I overlapped with Fernandinho. But the only thing with Fernandinho, he came into a team which was already doing well. Otherwise, he would have been. He's 4th in my list. He would have been probably number 2, like Alan. Again, people like Milner and De Jong and Gareth Barry really started that.
Yeah.
And the team was getting better, and he just filled that gap. But he has been consistent. I think he's been at City now for 9 years, something like that. And when he first came, he was actually sick in pre-season. So, like, he come from...
because of the
intensity. We looked at him thinking, he's awful. Like, if he can't get through this, the running...
You thought Fernandinho was awful?
Yeah, we can quote me on that. I thought, what is this? And then it took him about 2 weeks, and then it was like, wow, this guy is... he's 2 weeks, and he's back fit, and he was the best defensive midfielder we've had.
Yeah.
I think that's why I've got him high up on my list. He's done it over a long period of time as well, hasn't he? Mr. Reliable, isn't
he? Yeah, he wasn't... Because I played with, like, the Yaya Torres and Vieiras as well. He wasn't as talented as them, but he was more efficient than them. So you could just rely on him every single game. Yeah. He'd do the same thing. He'd always give 100%. And he was a great leader as well. Speaks perfect English. Yeah,
he was a brilliant spoiler as well, wasn't he?
Yes.
In front of the defence.
Have you seen him when he gets some little yellow cards? When he fouls you, then he picks it up. Oh, sorry. He knows exactly what he's doing. He used to do that in training all the time.
Really clever football, intelligent footballer, right in that heart of your team, exactly what every great side needs.
He could smell danger, couldn't he? And I think most good teams need someone like him in the game who can just mix it up a little bit.
And the thing is as well, he's mid-30s now, isn't he? And he's still performing brilliant. And were you surprised that he didn't get a start in the Champions League final.
Oh yeah, I was devastated because we went without a defensive midfielder, didn't there, City? So you'd think he's perfect for that game. It was disappointing not to see him there because had he would have played, I think it could have been a different.
So you're blaming Pep, are you?
Well, who said that? No, I'm not playing.
Yes, he is. Luis Suarez, as I mentioned earlier, I think Steven Gerrard says he's the best player he ever played with in his career.
I can get that and can understand that. I mean, some of the spectacular goals that he scored.
Brilliant player, absolutely brilliant. You know, he got obviously a slightly dark side to him on occasions that we've seen over his career, but you'd want him on your side.
Did they sign Suarez and Carroll in the same sort of month?
It was near, wasn't it? Because he was like 22.8, and then Carroll was like 35, was it? Yeah, it was.
And they got rid of Torres to Chelsea, wasn't it? It was those two, wasn't it? Kenny signed them.
The year before Suarez signed for Liverpool, I went funny with one of my son Harry, and we went to Ajax to do I did a thing with Eredivisie for a little while, and I went over to see a couple of games and watched this game with Ajax playing. And I can remember us both going, "Who's that centre forward? Who is he?" So obviously then you're going, "Oh Christ, who's Sergio? Luis Suarez." Yeah. Right, okay, keep an eye on him. Then Liverpool signed and thought, that's that. We were going, that's that player. He'd scored lots of goals for a couple of seasons with Ajax. But often when he's in Dutch football, and some of them have not quite lived up to the expectations, have they? But did he?
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Outstanding. You'd have loved him and your team. I know you've said he had a dark side, which he did, and perhaps went down too easy at times. You could accuse more South Americans of doing that, and English. So
he never lacked bite in his game, did he?
Oh. It took you long enough to get a pudding, Gary. I'm disappointed. It's been 2 hours here.
I'm just trying to hold back a little bit, which he never did. But you know what I loved about Suarez? You know when he used to get the ball with his back to go and then he'd just like try and go through a player. He'd just try and knock it through somehow. Then
sometimes you look at that, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would have thought that's a bit luck that way, but it couldn't have been luck because it happened that many times.
Yeah, he didn't always win it. It didn't always happen, but when it did, it was so dangerous. And it's not something I don't know. I
think it was part of his quick feet. You know what I mean? I was always so quick to react to his feet, and it was definitely no fluke the number of times it happened.
Yeah. So why is Agüero ahead of Suárez, as he's rightfully known?
Well, I suppose I should be asking you two, strikers' point of view. I mean, I played with Agüero.
I suppose it's because it's a Premier League thing, and Agüero's perhaps did a few more years.
Been longer,
and he's
goals.
got more goals and more titles, obviously.
That's why.
Agüero on the pitch, though. Remember we talked about his debut, what he scored 2 and 1 assist. He just come alive.
If you were a manager of a team, a really good side, and you had to sign one of those two, and you had the choice, would you choose both at their prime? At their prime, would you go with Suárez or Agüero?
Oh, that's a really.
What we're taking into consideration, just football. Or we're talking.
No, I'm just saying you're a manager. You need a goal scorer. You need a centre forward. Which one of those do you buy? This costs the same amount of money.
Probably Agüero for me.
It depends what system we was playing, because. I know this is a new school pundit. We analyse everything. You know what I mean? It depends the system.
I think I'd go Suárez. I don't know what. I mean, they're so great, both of them. I think so.
It's different.
Don't know.
It's goal scorer. It's one of the hardest questions. You remember them when Suárez scored 4 in that game, and it was just
Norwich game.
It was just some of the stuff that he's doing. You're thinking, how is that possible?
Some of his finishes.
It was like Messi-like, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
I know.
But Agüero, if you ask me to one-on-one, who would I want in front of the goal? It would be Agüero.
If you could pick someone who need to score a goal in the 93rd minute to win a title race.
to get my only Premier League title to be clinging on for my whole media career.
Can I just say, for God's sake, just say Agüero.
Now it's taken 3 minutes to get that out of you.
And I think that's the perfect way to finish.
We want the suspense though, Gary. Come on, you know that.
I think that's it. You've both got Agüero anyway. I think he absolutely deserves it. What a player, what a goal scorer. That's our list of the best South Americans in Premier League history. As ever, you can let us know your favourites using the hashtag MOTD Top 10. Obrigado and adios.
The official series book, Match of the Day, Top 10 of Everything at Ultimate Football Debates, contains deeper dives into topics from the series and exclusive new lists from Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer and Micah Richards. Is out now to buy.